very well. I'm looking forward today to learning more about him. Here's what I do know. Number one, Mr. Duncan is staunchly and vociferously pro-life. So am I. I like that about him. I know some of you don't. In fact, I don't think I've knowingly voted for a nominee coming out of this committee who was not pro-life. Number two, Mr. Duncan is staunchly and vociferously pro-religious liberty. So am I. I like that about him. I don't think I've knowingly voted for a nominee coming out of this committee who wasn't pro-religious liberty. Mr. Duncan has been nominated to fill a seat that has traditionally been a Louisiana seat on the United States Court of Appeals for the Fifth Circuit. This far below the United States Supreme Court. And I had the honor of clerking for a Louisiana judge on the United States Court of Appeals for the Fifth Circuit. Number four, Mr. Duncan is a Washington lawyer. Number five, I have received scores of phone calls from experienced, accomplished, whip-smart, pro-life, pro-religious liberty Louisiana lawyers and judges. I got another one yet this morning who have asked me why I would support a Washington lawyer for this seat over them. One of those nominees asked me directly, or one of those applicants asked me directly, what am I, chopped liver? So I've got to answer that question. And that's what I'm hoping Kyle can help me with today. I hope that, and I say this with as much respect as I can possibly muster, I hope that he can demonstrate to me today that he is the second coming of Justice Holmes or Justice Scalia, and not the second cousin of somebody who is politically connected in the Washington swamp. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Senator Cassidy.
Mr. Chairman, Madam Ranking Member, I come today to voice my strong support for Louisiana native son Kyle Duncan to serve as a judge for the United States Court of Appeals for the Fifth Circuit. He's well qualified and he's well prepared. He's here today with his family, his wife Martha, 4 of his children, Joseph, Thomas, Michael, Rosemary in the beautiful red dress, and 4-year-old Andrew is not here. Mr. Duncan was born and raised in Baton Rouge. He is a graduate of McKinley High School, which is an inner-city school that my children attended, my son graduated from, that I can actually hear their band on Friday night as they play from my front door. He went on to get his law degree. I'm sorry, I skipped something. He graduated summa cum laude from Louisiana State University and then went on to get his law degree from LSU's Paul M. Hebert Law Center, where he was the executive senior editor of the LSU Law Review. He also graduated as a member of the Order of the Coif. After law school, Mr. Duncan clerked for the Honorable Judge John Dewey, Jr. on the U.S. Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals, and then he went on to further his legal education by earning an LLM from Columbia University. Extremely well qualified. He's accrued career experience in all 3 states that make up the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals. He served as Assistant Solicitor General at the Texas Attorney General's Office, taught at the University of Mississippi School of Law in Oxford, Mississippi, and then went on to be a special counsel for the state of Louisiana before entering a successful private practice. Throughout his career, Mr. Duncan has been involved in a variety of civil and criminal cases and has wide subject matter expertise that has prepared him for a seat on the circuit court. Senator Feinstein found fault that he represented Hobby Lobby, but in my mind, since the Supreme Court agreed with Hobby Lobby, that means that the Constitution's meaning was